Hey everyone, welcome back to another Graviteam video. Today we're just going to go over some basics as well as a fun little scenario. I have a little announcement at the end of the video. If you want to hear it, just go ahead and skip to that. But I was going through some of my comments and people were having a lot of trouble with understanding why people weren't able to mortar. And I have a whole video on artillery, but I want to highlight something real quick while we're on that subject. Is right here, if you look at these squares, these blue lines provide you like a visual range of how far, if you put a unit over here, how far that unit will be able to see in that direction. So if you got down on their level and you looked from this way, that their visual range is just probably about that far, and then it keeps going. So like if this guy's down this hill, obviously if we look at it this way, he's not going to be able to see units up on that hill. And I know like this is really like sounds super obvious, but when you place your spotters and commanders, you need to be very aware or cognizant of like foliage like this and hills and stuff like and hills and whatnot and line of sight, because that's really what this game really depends a lot on, is line of sight for mortars. Anyway, so that's just what I wanted to talk about real quick. And then obviously the new UI, it's all been moved. So I'll do some more videos on updating it, but they've taken all of the buttons off of this left side and they've placed them down here. So like your take positions to put troops in the house, the fire aircraft button, fire infantry, conserve ammo buttons, fire at will, AI control by the AI takeover, and then manual control, and then act with caution, have all been moved down into this area, and they've kind of minimized the UI a little bit. I was confused because I thought it was much bigger last time I launched the game, so I wonder if they changed something. I'm not sure. Anyway, so what we're also going to do, this is just a fun little scenario. These guys are meant to lose. I thought this was a much bigger gully, and so it's really not. I was going to have, these guys are about to get attacked by 3 squads and a flame tank regiment, so it's not going to go well for them. But that's all. That's just the fun part. I just want to talk about a few of those things. Let's just get playing. I moved all my troops around. That's why I'm negative 22. So no one has any orders right now. The other, if I zoom out real quick, if I look at the tactical map right here, these guys are all going to go into this position, and these guys right here, these guys are going to sweep the right flank, and these guys are going to sweep the left flank, while these guys take a defensive position and try and eliminate the infantry. So let's do that. Let's get everyone in position. And I hope you guys like the video. Please leave, I always forget to say this, but please leave comments, likes, suggestions down in the video below, the comments, like, subscribe. We got a whole bunch of new subscribers. I like to do like videos on how to, but there's only so many how to things I can go over. So please leave game suggestions down in the bottom too. I have tons of real-time strategies, Warhammer, all of that to my Warhammer subscribers or Total War subscribers. I just need to know, and I'll go over like and how to do stuff in other games. But let's speed these guys up a little bit. So if you right click this little arrow, this is just a little beginner's guide for some of my newer viewers. It speeds up the time over here. So essentially what that's going to do is it's going to push these guys to activate their assault faster, so we don't sit here and deal with nothing. And then I know one of my other subscribers who wants me to go over the meaning of like the symbols over each person's head. And that's a bit tricky considering they only pop up, say, like when your commanders dies or when your troops have lost line of sight on your... Oh, there they go. So let's put these guys... Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't... Oh, these guys are going to die. Oh, look, these guys are going to die. Take defense. And these guys are getting tore up, too. Let's watch this. So if we hit control backspace, it takes away our HUD. I think I have a whole video on that. Oh, those guys are getting tore up too. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? Oh, did you see that? Oh wow, this is much more intense than I thought it was going to be. Oh, dude, they like definitely beefed up some of the graphics. So also down, if you're still with me at this point, let me know if you want me to do a comparison video, like a mini comparison video on this versus combat mission. Obviously, this game doesn't have multiplayer. I think that's its one major downside. And so send those guys up there. These guys need to be in defense. The problem with putting, like, I could have put them in, I mean, they're not going to win this, obviously. I mean, look at that tank rolling down. But these guys right here should be taking care of, oh, dude, look at this flank over here. Look at this, man. Oh my goodness. So our one mortar guy. So the mortar guys in like the platoons you can't really give commands to too much. Oh, these guys are done. They've improved the fire graphics as well. Alright, and this squad is coming out of the gully and they're gonna sweep this right flank. There ain't much we can do about this tank, which sucks. He's just gonna roll over everything, anyone and everything. This is much cooler than I thought it was going to be. I think these guys are pretty suppressed. So do you guys think we should send this squad up to deal with this? I think we should. So let's send these guys on an assault mission. These guys are suppressed, and let's push these guys back. So that's going to do is that's going to push these guys off our flank and then allow us to come behind the rest of these guys, especially when these guys are already super dug in defense and they're pretty well suppressed. I think right now we don't have the height advantage, but we do have the cover advantage. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to start falling back a little bit into the woods, which I don't want them to do that because then they'll get the height advantage. And this tank we're just going to have to deal. As long as these guys don't break and our commanders don't die and they just take cover in these buildings, I'd rather them take cover like in the buildings. But what I was going to say about the buildings is sometimes it depends on which way the windows look. So when your guys take cover, it kind of locks them into this position. So he's like aiming out that window, or like he's looking out a certain window, a certain direction. It really depends on how it's programmed in. Let's check on these guys. Sweet. All right, they're like, all right, we're gonna have this whole hill, and they're not even. Let's give them another attack, and these guys need to not die. So this flank right here can't collapse. If it collapses, that's not gonna be good. I hope you guys can hear it a little bit. I know like my sound's not the best. Sorry guys. So they're pushing. They're slowly pushing out. Hopefully they don't expose themselves too much. What I wanted to do was, what's really fun to do, if you guys didn't know this, is you set up like these little attacks and then you send like a platoon if you put them on sneak or move, and they'll silently like work their way through these things and like ambush these squads. But I didn't set up my AIs or my ambush properly. So that's my fault. These guys are about to... Alright. So there's this. Alright. So they're coming up on this flank. These guys are going to get pinched. So they really just need to... I think... What do you guys think? You guys think we should just... I think we need to push this. Let's watch them. Let's check on them. That's the one thing about the update though, is oh, he's cowering. That's not good. Where's he going? They changed it would tell you who's in combat. And I think suppressed level of firing 76. So that's all new stuff I'll have to go through. So far I'm looking for like the symbols, but really what we need is like one of our commanders to die for those symbols, or like these guys to like lose connection with their commanders or their squad. Like these guys are losing this fight over here on the right side, I think. I mean, they got into the trees, So we're going over these corpses. Let's check level of threat, overheat. Oh, where's he moving? He's moving up. So let's get rid of this and just do a quick little. Let's check on this guy. This guy's getting like mortar. Oh, there he goes. Oh, every time, man. Every time they just get eliminated. So these guys are falling back to this open field. These tanks are gonna start to. Yeah, you see he's suppressing us, which is fine. But we're pushing 10 minutes. I really think we have this in the bag. So I guess the announcement is I'm going to try and upload a bit more frequently. I lose a lot of momentum, but at the same time, there's only so many things I can cover with Graviteam and like not be, oh, we crush this flank and not be emotional, not emotionally, but like creatively spent trying to think of something new. So I do want to do playthroughs. I just know my viewer retention on playthroughs is a bit lacking. So as always, down in the comments below, let me know what you guys want to see. Different games. I mean, nothing too far out there, but like Total Warhammer, Combat Mission. Combat Mission takes a lot of editing though. Stuff like that. We easily fought off this defense. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe. Just some tips and tricks. And let me know what you think.